He's back, bitches! Hey everyone, welcome to another review, and welcome to my review for 2008's Halloween. Yes, I have to say 2008's Halloween, even though there's 3 films called Halloween. Halloween 1978, Rob Zombie's Halloween, and now Halloween, which should be called Halloween Returns or something, but still. Or Halloween 2, I guess, because it's a proper 2 now, but I digress. Halloween stars Jaime Lee Curtis, Judy, Greer, and Will Patton and stuff. And this movie is directed by David Gordon Green, a guy who was known for comedy films, but after last year's Stronger, it proves that he can do other films, not just comedies. He can do dramas and horror movies. The story of this movie is 40 years after the night when he came back home. Yes, Michael Myers, the first Halloween film, 1978, was 40 years ago, and this movie is a direct sequel to the first film. Yes, all the other films, they're not canon. Halloween 2, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, H2O, Rob Zombie's garbage films, all of them, none of them are canon anymore. This is just a direct sequel to the first film. And I think that's interesting and really cool and stuff. And basically it tries to do the H2O effect. Make a good ending and a good conclusion to this franchise, and then just end it. And the story is 40 years later, after the night Michael Myers came and killed all those people, and Laurie Strode is now older and stuff, and basically she's becoming an old badass and stuff, and she's like secluded herself from her family, her daughter, her granddaughter and stuff, and she's been preparing herself for Michael Myers' return, which happens, of course. Michael Myers, he's on bus for a transfer, and then basically he's on the prowl again. He's after Laurie Strode, and he's out for blood. Anyone who's in his sight, he is out to kill them. And basically it's up to Laurie Strode, the local sheriff, her daughter and stuff, to basically hunt down Michael Myers and put an end to his reign for good. Okay, this movie looked awesome. From the trailers, it looked really solid, really good, and I was just thinking maybe this could finally just end this franchise finally, because this franchise has been existing for 40 years and it just needs to goddamn end. H2O had a great ending, but then they fucked it up. Hopefully, there's no more after this. Anyways, let's get to the positives. The positives, the biggest praise I can give this movie is Jaime Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. She is an absolute badass. Her performance is amazing. This is the best performance by her in any Halloween film. That's saying a lot. She's great in the first 2 Halloween films. She's phenomenal in H2O. Resurrection, I'm not even going to say anything about that piece of shit film. But she's great. She's so good in this film. I love her character. I love her character arc at the ending, especially with her daughter and stuff. I love this trauma she's experienced and stuff. And basically, she's almost like ruined her daughter's life and stuff because she's been so obsessed with that night when Michael Myers came and killed all her friends and stuff. She's been training her entire life for this moment and stuff. And a lot of people thought she was paranoid and crazy and stuff. No, she was preparing, and she was so great. She was a great character. I loved rooting for her. And Jaime Lee Curtis is just so good in this movie. She is the absolute standout, and the absolute praise I can give this film is Jaime Lee Curtis. Judy Greer. I also really enjoyed Judy Greer. She's a very underrated actress. I know she plays in a lot of bad movies, but when she's in a good film, she's a really good performer. She can play really likable characters, and I really enjoyed her as Laurie Strode's daughter. The granddaughter was okay. She was kind of just a typical teen girl that screams a lot, but I guess she was fine. I loved Will Patton. Will Patton was also really good in this movie as the sheriff. He was really good in the film, and I also really enjoyed that they got like Nick Castle back to do a lot of scenes with Michael Myers. And Michael Myers himself is really intimidating in this film. And I love that you get to see that he's old, he's got the gray hair and stuff. He's old and withered, just like Jaime Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode in this film. And the mask in this movie is such a badass looking mask. It's one of my favorite masks in the Halloween franchise. It's really cool and stuff. And there's a lot of brutality to this film. Like, the death scenes are really brutal. They're not like in your face brutal like Rob Zombie's Halloween films. They're really brutal and stuff. Like, there's a scene with a bathroom with a guy getting his face bashed in. It's fucking brutal. the tracking shots with him going into people's houses, just randomly picking random people and just killing them. It's terrifying and stuff. No one is safe on Halloween when Michael Myers is loose. It's really well done, and the cinematography was really solid. And the score was so great. They returned the John Carpenter score, and John Carpenter and his son also added a new score to the film, and it was really great, really haunting, very chilling. And I also loved how this movie felt like the Halloween season. I felt like with the original film's a better film, but I felt like with the original film, it didn't always feel like a Halloween movie at times. Sometimes it did, but sometimes it did not. This one felt more like a Halloween film with the costumes and the pumpkins and the orange textures and the color coding in this film. It looked really nice. It really brings up the Halloween spirit when you watch this film, and it's really good. Again, the death scenes are brutal. It gets really gory, especially in the third act. The third act is also really badass and stuff, and you finally get the showdown that you wanted with Laurie Strode versus Michael Myers. Even though you sort of got that in H2O and stuff, and I think H2O kind of did it better. Yes, now we're getting to like my minor nitpicks. My minor nitpick is H2O, again, did it better. I'm not spoiling anything, but the ending to this movie is supposed to be like the showdown between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode and stuff, and honestly, H2O did that already, and honestly, I think H2O did it a little better. I'm not spoiling anything, because the ending to this movie is way different than H2O's ending. It's very different, and I think people might compare endings and stuff, like, I thought that was a better ending to the franchise, or this is a better ending to the franchise and stuff. I preferred H2O's climax. I think this is a better made movie than H2O, but I liked H2O's ending a little better and stuff. Also, there are some teenagers in this movie that are absolutely annoying, and they're just really stupid characters and stuff, and I'm like, okay. They're like, your noises and stuff, and oh, let's go check that out and stuff. And I'm like, so stupid. And, there's also the husband character. I don't know what the point of his character was. He was just there kind of make a joke and stuff, like, ooh, funny. And he's not funny, he's not really interesting and stuff. There's also this psychiatrist character. It's Michael Myers' new psychiatrist, like the new Dr. Loomis. I hated what they did with this character. I won't spoil anything, but I hate what they did with this character. I thought it was so dumb, and I did not like that. So that was another thing I just did not like. There's a couple other scenes here and there that, like, some scenes were funny, and I thought some scenes were really funny, and I really enjoyed that. Like, there's a scene with this kid, and he makes a lot of jokes and stuff, and this kid was super funny, and I loved that. But then there's, like, a couple other scenes, like, that involve police officers and stuff, and the comedy's just kind of dumb and just really out of place. But I think all in all, the movie does have atmosphere, and it does have some chilling moments, and a lot of badass and really entertaining moments. And I thought the third act was really solid. And Jaime Lee Curtis, again, is just a badass. And I think this is a really good Halloween sequel and a really good ending to the franchise. And I think this is a really great film. I don't think it's an amazing film. I don't think it's as good as the original film, obviously. And it's hard to say if I even like it more than H2O. It's probably really close to H2O. I think it's good, though. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm glad I watched it. I definitely added it to my Blu-ray collection, and I would definitely recommend it. I wouldn't, like, overhype it. I wouldn't, like, go into this movie expecting, oh, this is going to be the best Halloween movie ever. It's definitely not, but it's definitely a very solid, very entertaining Halloween film that you should definitely go out and definitely check it out. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Halloween 2018 a 7.7 out of 10, so yeah, definitely check this one out. It's a fun time. So yeah, that's my review for the movie Halloween 2018. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite Halloween sequel? Because Halloween movie, everyone's is the original. But yeah, what is your favorite Halloween sequel? I can't say mine just yet, because it's, again, toss-up between this, H2O, Seasons of the Witch. I'm going to have to think about it. But yeah, what is your favorite Halloween sequel? Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.